Hello there, welcome back to a new video on DWAC. Now this one is coming up today, but if we have a look at how it has moved over the past 2 or 3 days, we are falling lower since our last video. Since our last video we have fallen to lows at 38.84, and like I said, we are coming back from that, which is nice, but clearly, even from the point of our last video, which was filmed around the price of 45, we are still down. So, with a 9% gain today, the question is what happens next for DWAC, where do we go, and what does this mean? And of course guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is never ever going to be financial advice, but if you want to hear my personal opinions, it is all coming up in the video, so do give it a like and do subscribe. Now on top of that, I must also remind you, we are doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. If you can donate anything, 100% of the funds do go straight there, and our fundraiser is ending on Christmas Eve. And on top of that, I must also remind you that we do now have a Patreon page. Now, a lot of the content on here is going to be for free, but there is also some paid content which you guys can access if you wish to do so. That would be supporting the channel. But if you don't, of course, like I said, there is a lot of free stuff, so just click the link in the description. I'm sure you will find something to read, and I will be publishing more and more content as time goes on. But now we're going to dive in and we're going to have a look at DWAC, and we'll start this off on the simple chart. And on the simple chart over here, you can see that we are actually moving down over the past 5 days, as I did mention. Now, the $50 range was holding up as a really nice level of support for some time. We were sat at 56 down to 55, which was fairly okay, fairly normal. And then we had this kind of slide over time. Now, this took us down to 51. This was on Friday, and going forwards into Monday, we had a further drop. Monday into Tuesday saw us drop even further. This took us to lows in the $38 range, as I mentioned. And right now into Wednesday, we are coming up a little bit from that. Now, the gain that we are seeing today is nice and it is good to see, but of course it is still putting us at a disadvantage in comparison to where we were both last week and earlier on in the month. And the question that a lot of people have is, where is DWAC going? Now, in the past, I have referred to this stock as a very, very risky stock, and when it comes to buying it, of course, I do say, whilst it could be a very good stock to buy, and it definitely could make some big profits, it does have the potential to not do that. Now, I always get comments telling me that I'm stupid and that's the wrong thing to say, but honestly, that is my opinion. DWAC is always going to be a risky stock. Yes, it has that potential, but for anybody who's trying to tell you something good about it, there is something bad to be said about it as well. Now, that's the same with any stocks. I'm not bashing this stock particularly, but I'm just saying once more, with this stock, we don't really have that much data, in the sense that the stock price went up to $100 plus, came back down, and now we're trying to find levels of support and resistance. Now, previously, it did appear to be that the support was around the $50 mark, up to maybe 55, and again, that support has now fallen through. We're coming down to 45, that support's fallen through, we're coming down to 43, and pushing back up from there. The question is, can we get back to 45 and consolidate above there? If we can, we're in a good place, and even if we start to level out right now and consolidate, I still think we're in a great place. But when it comes to would I buy DWAC, whilst I do not have a problem with the stock, and whilst I think it definitely could be a good buy if you are into very, very high risk investments, I do think that where we are right now, I want to see what happens in the next couple of days before I would make a decision. So I personally would not buy it right now. Now, like I said, if you guys think it's a great buy, if you think I'm wrong, that's completely up to you. But just because the stock is at all-time lows right now from this initial pump doesn't mean it cannot go even lower. And again, like I said, catalysts for this company are probably going to be coming out relatively soon, and I'll be giving you guys updates when they do come out. But in the meantime, of course, we do not really have too much news, and the share price subsequently is going to be quite unpredictable. But now let's have a look at a few of the indicators before we end the video. We're going to do this on the 5-day and also on the 1 month. Now, when it comes to the price, you can see that our moving average is a tiny bit lower than where we are. Now, this is okay, it's what you may expect, especially after we have had that fall, and now we're rising up. It hasn't really had the time to catch up, as it kind of has been caught out a little bit. Now come down here to the MACD, and you will see that we're looking at a fair figure on that one. It is now coming into more normal ranges. As you will see, it's very, very close to neutral. And come out to our RSI figure, which is this little purple line here, and that is also looking fairly the same, in the sense that you will see it's on 53, and 50 is neutral, so 53 is almost perfect. And another big thing that I always like to look at is volume. Now, volume in the past month has been quite mixed. You will see it has been very low over time though, especially if we look at the volume candles back here compared to the volume that we're seeing now. the volume candles are not really even noticeable. Now, is this because there is no volume at all? Of course it's not. Shares are being traded, but the volume, in comparison to what we have seen previously, is so small it doesn't even give us a candle to highlight. But what I am happy about now is the fact that a few of our other indicators have cooled off. Now, the most notable cool off here is going to be the RSI. This is coming down to 45. Now, bear in mind, at the initial pump for this stock when it went to $100 plus, this was on 100. It cannot go higher than 100, so the fact that it's coming down now to only 5 points away from neutral is very, very good. Now, like I said, when it comes to DWAC, I wouldn't buy it right now. Would I not buy it because I think it's a terrible stock? That's not necessarily why. It's because I would like to have a bit more conviction, and I would like to see where the stock price does carry itself in the next couple of days and weeks. Like I said, this company could go on to do big things. However, I think this may take some time. I think subsequently, I just wait in the sidelines just to see what it does. Now, like I said, if you believe I'm wrong, if you disagree with me, do what you believe because I am not a financial advisor. But like I'm saying, could be a good buy, but I'm just waiting to see where the new levels of support is going to be. I'm waiting to see if it drops a bit lower and to see if we could get it for a potentially better price, or to see if it starts to go up a little bit and then I would have a bit more conviction in it and a bullish sentiment anyway. But I think in the meantime, I'm going to be watching this stock very carefully. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.